Oh, well, it'd be help if I unmuted, but okay, THL, we are here for Friday Night Fights. We got 3 matches. Count them. 1, 2, 3, just like a professional fight, and excited to be able to do that. It's been a while since we had 3. But I am joined by the very experienced and lovely conversationalist, Dankus Dad. How you doing, sir?
Doing great, and as we found out before the show, we've got everyone's real fake grandfather and fake real father here tonight to cast 3 Hearthstone matches. We got a full slate on Friday for at least the first time in a while for me, so psyched to get into it.
Yeah, and I appreciate you jumping on and helping us out to navigate through these three little matches. So match 1, we're going to start roughly around 8 p.m. They're just players are just doing the bans now. So our first match is we have Turtle representing the Island of Misfit Toys going up against Lemur, animal protected mostly. I almost didn't say that. So 8 p.m. for short. APM has got a commanding lead right now with 2 matches still left to play, including this one with the 12-2 rocketing start. And then we have match 2, 9 p.m. Or after this one, we have a first timer to the THL, but they just were competing in the tournament that we held. We got DSSC from Man I Love Frogs going up against Jammies from ET Cthulhu. So that should be a good match as well for Legacy. And the third match we're going to try and show as well at 10 p.m. Eastern. It's going to be the same kind of group from Legacy. We got ET Cthulhu. We're showing Eternal going up against old school THLer / Sylvanas League Force of Will representing Man I Love Frogs. So crazy evening. So
Yeah, quite the slate of matches. We're gonna get some good ones.
yep. So if just double checking to see if they made their bans. All I got is a thumbs up from Turtle so far. Did you want to go over the matchup? Well,
Sure.
there's only one change actually, or one difference between the two, but yeah.
So, well,
Yeah, Lemurs doesn't show on the didn't show on the screenshot. So Lemurs like DK, Priest, Warlock, and Warrior versus
well,
Turtles, DK, DH, and Warlock and Warrior.
Well, should be an interesting tilt. The priest demon hunter difference is interesting. After the nerfs, it doesn't seem like much works for demon hunter, but in the closed list scenario, turtle can build a bit for it. Lemur also is a little locked in with priest, where Zarimi priest is really the only viable archetype for that class right now. So who knows? Maybe turtle can do some cooking on the demon hunter. And if I know him, you smell that, Saku? I'm smelling some big demon hunter. That's my gut. I think we're gonna see something a little sneaky over there on Turtle's side. I'm looking forward to this.
All right, so I just got the bands as you were feeling a little sneaky, the big DH vibe. So Turtle's banning Warlock, Lemur's Warlock, and Lemur is banning Death Knight.
Interesting.
So yeah, so that is interesting. I wouldn't expected the ban from Lemur on that, but maybe they get a plan.
Maybe
And
we're gonna see a control priest.
yeah, so just to remind our viewers out there, this is the Last Hero Standing format, not the standard format of Conquest. So that means if a player wins with that class, they continue to use that class until they get defeated. So race to 5. Or race to 5.
Man, Last Hero Standing is a terrifying format.
I
Scariest thing.
I'm a fan of it at times because you can run over people super fast, but then vice versa. So all right.
Yeah.
So Turtles DK is banned, so that's DH Warlock Warrior. versus Lemurs, DK, Priest, and Warrior. So we'll tell the players to get going here. So what do you expect for openers?
I'm guessing Turtle is probably going to open with the Demon Hunter. That would be my prediction here. And on Lemur's side, I think with his Death Knight gone, I feel like leading Priest just seems very reasonable. But we'll see.
We shall see. Okay, so for our viewers, we're gonna spectate Lemur first. It'll be at the bottom of the screen, or first spectate for Tankus Dad and myself. Turn will be at the top of the screen. See if we get some eyeballs going on.
For you guys in the audience who want to know a secret, I can actually spectate them whichever way I want, and none of you can do anything to stop me. So, ha. But I promise, I have Lemur on the bottom of my screen too. Or do I? So now that we're in the match, we see Lemur has what looks like the Psycho Warrior with 2 Acolytes of Pain and Stone Skin Armor.
Okay.
And on Turtle's side, the Greedy Partner suggests that we might be seeing the Naga version of
Demon Hunter.
Umpire Grasp Demon Hunter. So
Yeah.
we'll see.
I think the Umpire Grasp Demon Hunter. Oh wow. Okay, so Hearthstone fixed the top players' cards where you can actually see them and they spin around properly. That's good. Just a quick message to our players as well. Thank you all for being on stream this tonight. So hopefully everybody enjoys it. Turn 1 pretty normal.
Yes, but we're gonna still be able to see. Well, maybe we won't see the turn 3 Umpire's Grasp because Turtle no longer has a 2-mana card to trigger this Greedy Partner.
That's true.
And he's punished for it. So
at least this turn, right? Yeah.
Yeah, so we'll see the double ones come down. Warrior's armor gets popped. And Lemur's on the back foot, but Warrior will have all the removal in the world to try and shoot through this. There's the Odin.
Mm-hmm. That usually
early.
I was gonna say it usually hides at the end of the deck, but you know.
Mm-hmm.
Little early Odin doesn't hurt anybody except for the opponent.
Oh. Yeah, well, as they say, an Odin is neither early nor is he late. He's always here when he's meant to be. And
he's our Gandalf of Hearthstone.
Exactly. So yeah, Acolyte of Pain comes down here, and now Turtle has to show the misplay. This is just rough. Or is he really just gonna take the sunk cost here, hold the 2/3, and protect? Oh. Nope. Turtle has no pride. He wants to win.
In it to win it. So trying to get there before the Warrior gets in armor up zone.
Yes. He's like an easy craftsman jammer here. But the hit is a little tougher.
Mm-hmm.
And I do like the choice to take out the 1 health minion, make that Blade Storm a little better, perhaps.
Umpire Grasp coming down.
Yep.
17's pretty scary for the Warrior right now, knowing Demon Hunter can go off.
Oh, yeah. But I think that Lemur has actually staved off the early pressure well enough that this matchup's looking pretty secure. Blade Storm does clear this along with the hammer. And at that point, we might see some stabilization. So probably a trade here, swing, Blade Storm, and Shields and Needle Rock Totem, perhaps.
See what Lemur decides to do.
Blade stem just to take those out.
Yep.
And here comes the totem. And there's Reno.
Uncle Reno's in the building.
We won't know for sure, though, how many duplicates Lemur has left in the deck, so we'll just have to see.
Yep. And, oh, there. Do you go for mag? Yeah. It's always mag, isn't it?
6 damage is 6 damage. Importantly, though, no Magtheridon on this turn, which is the
Yeah.
one where it's much more impactful.
What do we get for secrets? Summoning wards and freezing trap. Not the best, but it's
Well-
free. Well, almost free. That's
The
one.
counterspell is something Lemur will have to think about,
Hmm.
but I don't think it makes much sense to try and play around it, though.
You just do it.
Yeah. I like the decision to test, though. Bend the shield slam first, probably, since that's the one that matters, I think. Well, he's going to keep testing. Probably the right call, but
See if it's explosive ruins. Is that what that the 6-man damage?
yep.
Yeah. You're saving that weapon, aren't you, for an Odin turn?
Probably, since he swung already, it's a little difficult, and
Mm.
well, now he knows. And boom, that is 6 damage coming right off the board. Really high impact secret there.
Yep. Very imposing 1/1 on the board. So
Spirit of the team. This looks like a really clean, sanitized into Needle Rock Totem.
Yeah.
Or a Forge sanitize, but I think the sanitized totem is the clean way to do things.
here you go.
And Lemur agrees. So
So what's he gonna fizzle here? Like, I've never seen a fizzle in the warrior deck yet, but
I think that the idea is you can put more of your armor gain back in the deck, get a second Reno. It's not. I don't think it's the most common inclusion, but it might be reasonable in a value matchup, or if Lemur was expecting Turtle to maybe try and out armor or out heal the warrior.
Mhm.
But I guess we'll see. So Reno notably not active.
very true.
So there are more duplicates in the deck. We've seen Craftsman's Hammer. We would assume Shields block. Garrosh's gift.
Yep.
But what the other duplicates are, still not clear.
Wouldn't carry 2 trial by fire, but
I
that's
don't.
a
I think
possibility.
that's. I don't. I think Trial is probably one of the singletons,
Yeah.
but we'll just have to see because now Turtle is turning up the heat. Another Magtheridon. Oh, it's all Magtheridon here.
Yep.
Who's 37.5%? Why do that when you can just get them all? But notably, this Acolyte, sanitize, armor. The Reno still isn't on.
Wow.
Oh, no.
I was just trying to check replay myself to see what else is left. Maybe a blades. Well, no, that Bladestorm was used. So
Yeah, this is a bit of a sticky wicket here. I like sanitize alongside with bash just to get, or maybe like a forge sanitize just to get as much armor as possible.
Mhm.
But this looks like it's going to be shield block, so trading the mana efficiency to maximize on the armor gain. But I guess you get this, you accomplish the same thing bashing face. So we'll see. Yep.
I almost thought they picked execute for a second. Oh, there's trial by fire. Okay. Okay.
It is a duplicate. Interesting. But so we see here that Turtle has 8 plus 6 damage out of hand. So it's close. Harsh Desperado. Okay, that gets him a little almost there. Illidari Studies might be able to get a lethal.
So was Ball Hog. Ball Hog wouldn't hit. Yeah, it would, wouldn't it?
Yeah, so Ball Hog would go face. I don't think there's a lethal here. Am I wrong? I beam. So you have I beam plus Ball Hog. No, it doesn't quite line up.
Okay. I was wondering when the Metamorphosis was going to come down, but
Yeah, and this will be a big damage.
10 damage over 2 turns.
We love 6-mana Pyroblast.
Uncle Mag comes back on the board, and hopefully, if there's a red card that comes out for Turtle next turn, that will help.
What a top! But
Wow.
it's still not on.
Wow. So that must be 2 of those safety goggles in there. Well, actually, yeah,
No,
you're right.
it's not safety goggles. There's 2 of a single card that are still in the deck. So we probably will just see this armorer.
Hey, there we go. Heavy plate.
Yeah, heavy plate is the duplicate, I guess. And now Reno comes down, puts him to 13, and yeah, if you're Lemur, just swinging makes so much sense because if this game just continues, Lemur is sure to win. So it's better to ensure that he'll stay in the game.
Here comes a red card. Wasn't 1 turn too late. It would have been blasted away from Reno anyway. So
Yeah, and this hand here is looking quite dead over on Turtle's side. But hey. Puts him down to 4 or 7, I guess. 4 if gonna pop that, but no. So I
fire.
think here we might just see this fizzle and lots of armor.
Yep. Because you can't wait. You don't know what Turtle's got left.
All right. We see the trial by fire here to eat the hit from that.
Interesting.
Yep. Put out a board.
No weapons. Just
No
minions on
weapon.
board. Yep.
Now, bar a Hearthstone Brew or something a little bit out there, I don't see a real way for Turtle to come back in this game.
Yeah, especially with the 2 cards he's got in his hand and 12 cards left in his deck, but it don't. All the shoppers are gone, so
Yeah. Although Stone Brew actually might be able to win him the game. That would be pretty interesting. Maybe I'll speak it into existence. Come on, Turtle. Hearthstone Brew right off the
that's
top.
no coaching. No coaching.
That's true. I'll just have him rewind time, put Hearthstone Brew in his deck, make all the same mistakes, and then draw it this game right.
There you go.
Oh, the rare double trial by fire. We don't get to see this interaction outside Arena all that much, but boy, is it something. Because the Valkyries all buff each other. So look at that. Solidarity.
Yeah, does it 2 damage? Yeah, blast your own. Oh, there you go. Turtle says nope. Stop the madness.
We'll never know if Hearthstone Brew was on top, especially since this is his last hero standing, so that Demon Hunter is gone.
Demon Hunter's taking a break. Okay. So that leaves what?
Warlock and Warrior on Turtle's side. So if it's Painlock, we might see that, but seems like a tough one. I'm guessing it's going to be the Warlock one way or another. Oh no, it's the mirror. Turtle just says I win these. And it's Excavate on Turtle's side. Interesting.
Extra large excavate. Lemur up 1-0 over Turtle. You just joined us.
Quick turn one, so fast we didn't even get to see it. Lemur just smashes that pass button.
Does he have a one? Does he have a 1 mana? No.
Turtle will just trade away the Viper. And Lemur finds the good card on turn 2. That's the one you want to see.
So in this Warrior matchup, since it's which one typically wins? The Warrior?
Oh, Lemur chooses to Hero Power.
Yeah. Hero Power, okay.
It is the Warrior, but I don't know if it's the Warrior who chooses to Hero Power.
Gotcha.
That is interesting, because Lemur really wants to draw through his entire deck as quickly as possible to get to that Odin, get the Reno payoff online. And, well, it's very strange to see that Hero Power on 2 with Shield Block available. So might be that Lemur is trying to play this long game to set up the fast kill with armor, or maybe to out tank Turtle, not knowing that Turtle is this less less turbo version.
Shield Slam, not... Well, it's very useful in this instance.
Yeah, well, could actually just cycle it for one
True.
card straight up,
That
which
is
is
true.
not bad here.
Yeah.
Swinging the hammer, also reasonable in this spot. Now that Ignis, I don't think we saw that in the last game. Is that right?
No, that was hiding in the depths of the deck.
So I think that Lemur's strategy here is pretty interesting. Like, a lot of these cards are not necessarily the most common in the Cycle Warrior, but this is the Fizzle plus Ignis definitely gives Lemur a bit more of a late game edge.
Mhm.
Ooh, but Viper is back, can take this Craftsman's Hammer off the board.
Some no thank you.
Yeah, that's 6 armor and 6 damage gone for Lemur, so pretty nice swing in Turtle's favor.
Oh, there's Odin.
Ziliax. Okay, so this is definitely looking more like a true Highlander style. And I do like this one armor situation that Turtle is that Lieber's created for Turtle. Makes a lot of these plays more awkward.
Trial by Fire coming down.
Yep. Limits the draw off the Acolyte, which is smart. Bit of a tricky situation. Just rips the Sanitize.
Yeah.
Tough one, though.
Floating some mana, but yeah.
Yeah, it makes sense. There's the heavy plate trade if he wants that, but having that Forge online for Ignis right then and there is nice. Oh, no. He would never. He wouldn't dare.
It's Turtle. Turtle will rip it.
Oh, Saku.
He'll rip it.
Oh.
It's coming.
There's no way he rips it at the end of
Okay.
his turn,
There we
right?
go. No, you're correct.
Oh, that's so disappointing. All right. So I like the totem into Fizzle here. That seems kind of nice. Honestly, Bladestorm totem Fizzle even is pretty cool.
Yeah.
But
2 turns away from Odin, so maybe he's just splashing Odin down first before. Oh, no, he's doing what she said, except for the
yeah,
Bladestorm portion of it.
yeah, this is also pretty cool because this gives Lemur an out following a Dirty Rat.
Very true.
So
And just reminder for our viewers, this is a closed deck list, so Lemur hasn't seen a Dirty Rat in there, but I'm sure playing enough matches online and versus teammates, they get an idea.
the Ignis is cleaned up. And Trial by Fire looks pretty good here on Lemur's side.
Yep.
And going into the Odin turn here, I like this call from Turtle to hold back the Reno. Just play a little bit more for board.
Easy Odin.
Yep. Oh boy.
Bran coming
Bran.
down.
Might be.
But
I think that's a lot of damage though coming back
Mhm.
at Turtle. So
yeah, I think this is. Ooh.
yeah, I'm surprised we're not seeing a removal here first.
Some YOLO.
Hmm. So how does he clear now? That's the neat part. He doesn't.
I'm safe.
Bit-
I'm safe. I'm safe.
Bit of an yeah. That's a really risky line. So
4, 10. Well,
that's 12, 17 plus 6. 23 damage is the most Lemur can ship in there. Or no, 24 looks like the most Lemur can ship in there if he so chooses. So 2 off lethal. Chooses to draw instead. Boy, oh boy.
and these goggles are going to be a bit before they become 0 mana. So
Yeah. Well, they don't have to be.
what are we shipping? 5 plus. What is it?
Yeah, we'll see the safety goggle. Like this play.
Shipping 19 face.
Yep. Big Zilly.
Zilly dilly.
Oh, that's a big draw. That's like the best draw possible for Lemur in this situation.
Yep. So you rip that and do brawl and then Bladestorm, depending.
Yeah, that clears. I think you might want to respect Dr. Boom a little bit, but nah. I think that I think that you always go with the brawl line, and if Brand's up, then that's what, 6 damage plus 6. Okay, if Brand lives, it's one off lethal. Wow, this is a tight game.
Okay.
Is this a lethal here?
Grip 11 seems to be. Almost.
Well, I think that the heavy plate was a bit more efficient there. And oh no, it is the card that Turtle needed to see to stay in this game.
Armor and then
Just like he drew it up.
I've never
Just like
seen
he
the
drew it up.
interaction. Yeah, exactly. Just how it planned. It's all good.
So now though, Snapshot is back. So we get to see Heavy Plate Snapshot and Blade Storm, or well, Goggles, sure, that works too. Yep, and that Blade Storm will clean those up.
Ignis.
Oh yeah, that's what the Fizzle's for in this matchup, to just get that extra push, the oomph.
The Papa.
Yeah.
So Ignis is not online, which is kind of interesting too. So
Yeah, he had to spend that sanitize earlier. So yep, and we'll see the safety goggles here and send it upstairs.
nice heal, bro.
Anyway.
Okay.
All right. Do we have a freeze in here, perhaps? Oh, wow. Leading the ETC would have been a much better play here. Turtle could have gained all that armor from those vendors.
Right.
So, because you get to go armor vendor, because that gains 24 armor, that line. But at this point now, Turtle, the goose is cooked. And we'll be going to game 3 with Turtle playing Warlock for his match life. But he's going to let us watch the movie here.
Yep. Lemur just going through the motions.
Yep. And on to the next one.
Yep. All right. So Turtles Warrior is Gonzo. All right. Disconnect. Nope.
Well, looks here like it is the pain lock on Turtle's side. So we'll see if that'd be the right choice to sneak in here.
Okay. A little bit of a hiccup there, so I gotta respectate. You can still hear me, yeah?
Yes.
Okie dokie. Just be a quick sec, folks, before think his dad
Right.
can walk us through radio style.
Yeah, so Turtle is absolutely on the Pain lock, but the Disruption Light version running Defender of Argus. And we see the Blood Treant come down. Lemur has a kind of meh hand here. Just playing out the Bash with Needle Rock Totem and Acolyte to follow up. And Turtles brick the opener. Hero Power pass on 2. Maybe there's some more self-damage in there, but just very, very slow hands from both players, which I think favors Lemur in a matchup that's aggressive. We see that Forge come down.
Yep.
And now on Lemur's side, those Acolytes of Pain looks like they're going to be juicy. And the Totem gets a second card, a second armor gain, and oof, they are both giants. But Turtle has no way to do anything with them. This is rigged. Sheriff Barrelbrim, cool card. Oh, and there's the Malefic Rook. Finally, some semblance of pressure.
To get a favorite iteration of Warlock since the expansion?
So I will say this Pain one has seemed cool, but I have actually yet to tinker with it myself. I know there's a list that I've seen a few players poking around with that's using Endgame to try and go more for a handlock style build over a wheel. And I think I'm pretty interested in that. So,
Okay.
you know, Forge of Wills, Mountain Giants, Molten Giants, all the giants.
Anything with the
just
ending of giants. Yeah.
Yeah, it appeals to the nostalgia. And there's the brawl. Man, it looks like Turtle is going to be just a little too late to deal 6 to everybody. That's the right one.
Including himself. So we'll see.
Yeah, and that's who you want to hit.
Self-abuse. All right.
And yeah, now he never has brawl. But he really is almost dead, huh?
Yeah.
Shield Slam and Blade Storm just clear this. Seems pretty nice.
Lots of options there for Lemur. No.
There's Odin. Not the most relevant in this matchup, but it is there.
He just let the Warlock smash himself and then oh, some burns.
Another fracking. And
Celestial.
yeah, that's pretty good.
Celestial that. Come out with a 1 cost or 0 cost?
Will be 1. Though a board that it looks like Lemur deals with pretty easily here.
Get Shield Slam.
Shield Slam and Trial by Fire, I think, make quick work of this. And that Symphony of Sins has to put in some overtime.
Ripped quickly.
Yep.
An oldie but goodie Defender of Argus coming down.
Indeed. And, oh, double bash will do it now, but we saw that first one, so
cool. I
Now,
never.
if I'm Lemur here, or like if you were Lemur Saku, what do you think about just going with Craftsman's Hammer and armoring up?
I like it,
Just
but
just making Turtle have the healing or the game ends,
yep.
force the pop car. Oh wow.
Okay. What do we got?
Really not much of a difference. Oh, there is the remove 6. That doesn't really help all that much now, does it? But hand buff? Oh, now remove 6.
Hoping for an Odin and a Reno disappeary act, but
Oh, well, Reno's live now. Not
yep. Thanks for.
doing the dirty work for him.
Yep. This is lethal.
Oh yeah. Speaking of disappearing acts, I think Turtle will make the honorable surrender here with the rook.
Yep.
Well done.
Pain lock,
And
fulfilling the pain. Go. Reno. See if Lemur's able to have a chit chat with us while we try and set up the next match if they're available.
absolutely.
Okay. Just waiting on Lemur's reply.
Right. And I have let DSSC and Jammies know that they will be in the hot seat next in just a second.
Okay. Still no response yet, so I'll try through Discord. All right. They are game, so I'm going to invite them here. Hey, Lemur, congrats on the win tonight.
Well played.
Thank you, thank you.
So we got to see a lot of warrior from you. You feel like the other decks you brought were good too?
Yeah, I just brought like a pretty standard deck list for everything. I was bringing Painlock and what is there even another option for the other two classes? It's just Rainbow and Zarimi.
Yeah. So at least one interesting thing about the warrior that stood out was you had the fizzle in there, which is not necessarily in every version of the deck. Is there a reason why you were kind of going with that this week?
No, to be honest, I net decked this for this week.
Hey, nothing wrong with that.
Yeah.
But
So
yeah.
sorry you guys had to see all that warrior. I didn't expect to sweep with it, to be honest.
Hey, you played it well. No need to be sorry.
I didn't miss lethal in the warrior versus warrior, did I? I don't.
I don't think so. I counted you 2 off, but maybe I was a little too hasty.
Yeah, I think that's what I got too.
Yeah,
Yeah,
well, if we're
alright.
doing bad math, we're doing it together. Nothing beats that.
Sounds good.
Stream confirmed. Yep, that's right.
So yeah. Well, we're done here. You wrapped it up. We'll be getting to the next game soon. But before you go, I'm gonna have to ask you. We got battlegrounds duos, and with a battlegrounds patch, means there's a mini set right around the corner.
Mhm.
Any archetype you're hoping gets some love in the mini set that some of us might not expect?
It's a 4 set meta. There's a lot of like, I just put stuff on the board decks right now. I'm hoping there's like
Mm,
uh, some sort of actual control deck. I don't think Warrior really counts.
yeah.
Because it's really just like kind of a, it's Warrior.
Yeah.
Armor,
Yeah,
weapon, Odin.
like something interesting for the late game.
Yeah.
I guess Wheel is already here, but it kind of
Yeah.
sucks. I don't know.
Yeah, it's not the best when you have Rainbow Mage and Nature Shaman creeping
Hmm.
around to keep control honest. So difficult, difficult one, but yeah, maybe Priest will get the tools to save us. I can only hope.
Yep. Yep.
Give us back OG Thought Steal from the Alpha. Draw 2 from their deck.
Oh yeah,
Hmm.
that would be overpowered. I don't think we could really. I don't think we could live with that one.
I don't know. It's 2024, man. We're living life. I say they risk it. Give us 3 mana Thought Steal, draw 2 from their deck. Come on. Come on. It's the way
Eh.
Ben Brode intended Hearthstone to be.
Uh, okay.
Awesome. All right.
Thanks,
Well,
Lemur.
yeah, thanks for coming on.
Yeah.
Anything else you want to say?
No, not this week.
Not this week. Oh, wow. Okay, so you're going to be back?
Sure. Yeah. You guys just asked me. I'll be here.
All right.
Well, you do got to win. You do got to win. That
Hmm.
part also
I'm
matters.
not getting any.
So,
I'm getting all wins for the rest of the season now.
all right. Cool. You heard it here first.
I was just gonna say. All right, Lemur. You
All the
have
shot.
have a great evening, and thanks for being on stream tonight.
You too. Thanks.
Take care, man.
All
Okay.
right.
Now I got bans there from our friends at Jammies and DSSC. That's gonna be hard to say.
Hmm. So, what are the bands here?
bans are? Just got to get the player's information up there and the correct flavoring. There we go. Okay. So the bans we have is Jammies banning Rogue. And we have DSSC is banning Priest.
Interesting. That
So-
Rogue ban is it's a little surprising to me because a lot of those decks on Jammy's side would seem to be weak into Shaman, but you never know. This will be an interesting sight.
And if it's the Rogue that I really hate, I'm glad. Little Heidi stealthy Zilliax guy. So
Yeah. I mean, that rogue archetype is pretty interesting because it's one where against unoptimized decks, that Zilliax is just impossible to beat.
yep.
But at the top of the ladder, it doesn't do so hot. And I know like myself, I've been interested in maybe mashing it together a bit with some other archetypes to see maybe if you can fit that Zilliax combo in a better shell. But man, there's nothing like just getting down that Zilliax on turn 3 or 4 and being like, all right, you lose if it doesn't go away. That's just that's peak Hearthstone.
I have an emote ready because I was a victim of that a couple week 1
Oh no.
where I just basically just kicked out a foldable chair and sat and watched. So that's been my new emote whenever that happens. Whenever Rogue floats on the board and just throws Zilliax on 3, it's like, yeah, okay, all right, okay. So they're ready to go. So I'm gonna let them cook, as they say. That's the cool kids say.
Yeah, it's true.
So for our viewers, we're going to see Jamie's at the bottom of the screen first to spectate for the casters, and DSSC will be at the top. Oh, you want to tell the viewers what format this is?
This is Legacy. And yeah, this is back to our comfort zone, the good stuff. You win with the deck, you take it out. This is the tried and true Hearthstone format, the one that's lasted after all these years.
Mm-hmm.
And I gotta ask you, Saku, who's your pick? Who's gonna win?
Who's gonna win? Okay, so DSSC was very methodical player that I saw in the tournament, but Jammies was my old captain, so I gotta go with the old captain. Pulls it out tonight.
Yeah. And I'll be honest, Jammies, I think on X's and O's looks like he's a little behind here. I think DSSC might have the better of it on lineups, but Jammies beat me last week, so I gotta hope that he beats everybody else so that I don't look bad. I'm rooting for him.
Okay, so double Jammies pick.
Yeah,
DSSC gonna prove us wrong. We shall see in a second.
we've got that nature shaman over here. And what is Jammies doing over there? I am not allowed to know.
Jammies is bringing some rainbow flavor. No, what is that? Threads of Despair. So,
Ooh, threads might be a control deck here on the other side. But no, it looks like it is rainbow running threads, which is probably means that it might be a little slow. So this matchup is one I was actually talking about a little earlier today with Ron and Dragon Rider, but it's one that seems really, really favored for the Shaman, at least in terms of what the conventional wisdom is from players. But on the ladder, the Rainbow Death Knight wins about 58% of the time. So is it that those perceptions are wrong? Is it a skill issue on those players' part? It's tough to say, but it's surprising that it's so disparate from, kind of what the conventional wisdom would be. Right, so
okay.
all these recruits are coming down. Arthas is showing us his paladin roots. And now DSSC has to make that hard choice of whether he's going to be controlling the board or trying to set up that lethal. Nature Shaman, I think, probably is one of the toughest decks to play, at least in recent memory.
Mm-hmm.
And the reward is certainly there.
They mentioned that on the MTs there last weekend, if anybody caught that. And I haven't tried it yet because I'm not the most skilled Hearthstone player, but I do enjoy Shaman. So.
Yes. So one thing to point out, though, is that Jazz Base implies that this might be the Conductivity Jive Insect version of the deck.
Yep.
And this does help out the Death Knight a bit on Jammy's side, since Quartzite Crusher can pretty much render that Jazz Base useless once Jammy's turns the corner. And I do like the slow roll here just to keep drawing. There's the conductivity, of course.
Mm-hmm.
And
some pop-ups.
Yeah. Interesting to hold the weapon charge there. This Quartzite Crusher coming down right now could be a huge punish. Along with another weapon discover.
See what Jammies decides to do.
The tough turn.
Yeah.
I mean, there's something to be said for trying to get an army of the dead down here and just pushing a little extra damage, but I think this line makes the most sense. I think playing the Runes of Darkness here is a little better than holding it, but this makes DSSC's kill so much more complicated. And those Flash of Lightnings really want to sit,
Yep.
but right?
Hold.
There's the other base.
Hold. Ooh.
No, no Crusher.
No. Frostmourne's okay.
Yeah, none of those are really bad.
Yeah.
Those are about the worst three you can hit.
Congrats,
So-
Jamie. Jammies. Way to go.
Yeah, you've lost there.
Jamie's waiting to see if he should hit. I think he should.
Yeah, it's a tough call.
Mhm.
Kind of the holding back at full health and knowing the base can't pop is important, but he isn't dead this turn, so there's definitely some merit to both decisions. So now Golganath comes down, Flash, and next turn we're going in. And I think that DSSC wins this pretty easily from this spot with that sort of hand. Down with the ship, though, could make things tough.
Yeah.
Just simply hit.
And if, well, Hella would be too slow. She came out now, right?
A little bit, but all it takes is 1 or 2 frost to make the turn really inconvenient on the shaman side.
Very true.
So first step, though, is clearing this Golganath. There's a Crusher.
This is priority getting off the board.
Yep. I think, though, that this is just not enough. I think that DSSC has it here most of the time. This is a really good hand.
Okay.
Also, playing threads there maybe makes sense. Some bad cards over there.
Do some counting.
Yep. There's Jive Insect.
Quick snapped.
But see, this will work. Yep, this is lethal. Popping the Jazz Bass just to flex a little bit. Not even required. But yeah, that's a clinic, folks. That's how you play the deck.
That'll echo in Jammy's ears
Yeah.
3 times. Okay.
So basically, that sort of outcome is what I would tend to expect from that matchup. So that's why I was a little surprised to see that Jimmy's had left the Shaman up, because boy, in the hands of a strong player like DSSC, that deck goes off, and all the decks in Jimmy's lineup just don't have the tools to really stop that.
But there's one benefit outside of losing. Doesn't have to see it again.
Exactly. It's almost like a ban, just a little worse.
It's like, hey, go ahead. I'll give you a free shot. All right. Game 2.
So we get Painlock, and it looks like a Highlander warrior. So on DSSC's side, that looks like a pretty strong start.
Mm-hmm.
And
Automatic 5 to the face. Oh, speaker stomper. Interesting. Okay.
yeah, this is about the perfect hand over
Mm-hmm.
there. And Jimmy's just really doesn't have anything going.
Got the coin.
There's some, yeah,
Dirty rat.
yeah. It's so yep. I like the choice to forge here.
Okay.
And notably, this does deal with the rook. So this will clear off that board if DSSC elects to go for it. And
Yeah.
he needs to know that, which is what's that sort of hesitation might have been about. But Jamie says, nah, it's all good. I have the answer. And the game continues.
A little bit of 5 damage and a little bit of pew pew.
Yep.
A little bit extra 2 damage.
Yeah, and get to see them all keep coming.
Yep.
And boy, is that
Blades.
not amazing hands.
No. Blade Storm basically gets cut short.
At this point, like you almost have to wonder, do you just need to hope it's safety goggles off the top? Or do you coin this Burrow Buster?
I don't think coining Burrow Buster is only going to take 1 5/5 off the board. You don't even know what DSSC has.
Right. Also could go Ignis, look for the 1-mana weapon, try to get the poison.
The poison, right.
Yeah. I think Ignis might be the play. Tricky though. But we'll see how Jammies navigates it. Pretty open-ended situation.
Sanitize. Can't even do that because no armor. But goes with the 5? Oh, they
One.
1 cost. Okay. All right. Oh, yeah, because you can coin it out and
Yep.
ship it face. Down to 10.
Yeah.
Borrow that off the
Yes.
board and throw it back.
This is a pretty big tempo swing.
Yep.
Question is Ziliax versus Neophyte.
Kind of like Neophyte right now.
I'm with you there. I also think Neophyte's a little bit of a leaner line. But, there's another 5/5 coming down. DSSC also has to play around this cleave.
Mm-hmm.
And he seems to be doing so beautifully.
You're not going to tempt fate by throwing a spirit bomb with that Ignis in the way.
Maybe. Maybe a little fate tempting. That's a treat.
There you go.
Well, Blade Storm doesn't quite get it done. But it is close enough to beat this Neophyte turn. I
Oops.
like forging the Sanitize here. I think that could be really strong into the coming turn. It's armor, because the only burn this Warlock tends to run is Popgar, and
Yep.
armoring up does not save you from Popgar.
No.
So I think forging here makes the most sense.
Let's see if Jamie decides to forge or rat.
Trading also is reasonable, but oh, Rat Saku, you are
Rat.
a madman.
Rat would just say, "Hey, do you have any? What you got over there? You got 4 cards." But sanitize is cleaner, and I think Jamie agrees. There you go. Take that extra 5. Oh,
And it's not Popgar. Forge of Wills, trolley problem.
DSSC is kind of bottomed out right now.
Yeah, it looks like it's been a bit of an unfortunate draw. But 6 health is not a comfortable place to be.
Nope. Especially if you're warrior when you're so used to being in the armor scene.
Yeah. And with that Forge of Wills, DSSC is just one giant away from presenting another difficult board.
You don't rook here, do you? No. Seems like that's the contemplation.
Yeah. Tall versus wide.
Let me clean that up for you.
Yep. And Town Crier is actually pretty nice because it does give another body to stop the burn from Popgar, which forces a little bit of removal over on the other side. And here's Ziliax.
Just for pressure, another 4/4.
Reno. Oof.
What is Rat gonna do here? Nothing?
This is just always rock, right? Oh, what? It wasn't rock?
You have
Wow.
failed me. Well,
Armor's up.
more
tap
pain.
here for all the marbles.
This has been an interesting match. Just how the fast start there from DSSC and then the correct.
No Popgar again. Oh no. It's Popgar and Symphony are just not wanting to be drawn. So, I will say though, if DSSC sent that face, I think that might have made a little more sense, but gotta play around with damage, I guess.
Yep.
Oh no. Now Reno comes down and this is looking pretty over on the other
Spoils the
side.
party. Yep. Zilly Dilly come down. Warlocks can't handle this right now.
Yeah, I mean, I feel like it's either Speaker Stomper or Ziliax. I think Speaker Stomper would be my favorite choice, but yeah, Speaker Stomper and Hero Power seems pretty good. Or start with Fool's Gold now to look for lethal.
Okay. Not the card he's looking for.
Yeah. Really, I think that setting up the 2-turn would have been a nice call, but yeah, we'll just see what happens. This still is a big hole for DSSC.
Yeah. Here you go. Zola. Armor vendor. Not good choices.
Racking. Could this be a Symphony of Sins?
Nope. Another?
What about this one?
Again. Nope.
Well, Furnace Fuel, though. Notably, Furnace Fuel. Oh, does this version just not run Symphony, or is it literally... Nope, no Symphony, but we have Popgar.
some heal back.
Interesting choices there with how those sludges were spent, but
Brawl's not online. Badlands Brawler.
yeah, I mean, I think I like opening just with Fool's Gold and seeing, or Fool's Azurite. Excuse me, it's not gold, and seeing what it is. Just because that could really be something if it's 1 damage, because then Badlands Brawler always clears if this gives a damaging ability or card.
Right.
And that is damage. But it's
Jam
got to be
session.
a minion, so
Yep.
doesn't quite work out how you want it to.
Would you rat? Yeah, you could rat. Rat'll make it because of the mana. I was just had to look at Jammy's mana there.
Yeah, I think I'd favor the Ziliax line here. Ziliax plus Jam Session. But something else is being played here. This could cost Jammies the game. This very well could have cost Jammies the game right here.
Yeah. So I would have liked to seen Dirty Rat with the jam, and then Badlands. Is that the brawler? Badlands brawler after that?
Yeah. I think either that or just going Ziliax and healing back to full and clearing off the biggest threats would have been good enough, but
Badlands brawler.
Brawler's on now, so we'll see. And yeah, Jammies just has to be afraid of Symphony of Sins at this point. That's really the only card that can beat him, and we in the booth here know that there is no Symphony of Sins over there.
Big tip off for Jammies too with the fiery deck.
Yeah, but like Dirty Rat plus Badlands Brawler seems so logical. Ziliax will also do the trick. This is just no longer a winnable game.
Yep.
And it looks like we're going to be even here at 1-1. Question though.
Yo.
Oh, DSSC is spotted lethal. He's bouncing over it.
Yep. Found lethal. Exacties.
Yep.
Could have did it with a little bit more flavor, but
I mean, there were lots of ways to get there. Could have. So
Jamie will respect that if he's doing some, self damage there to get the lethal. So,
I mean, I think the maximum self damage was 13, right?
yeah.
Tap for 4, then take yourself to 1 with Spirit Bomb and then the Rook.
Yep.
That's the optimal path.
Okay, tied 1-1, game 3. So
Ooh, reverberations, interesting.
Looks like we got a mirror
wheel
burn.
lock.
Yep. It's wheel. Correct, right? For reverb. Didn't clue into that.
There's the wheel.
And just to throw it in our face to ensure that we were correct.
Ooh, tough call.
Ouch. Yep.
I will say, though, I do think the Wheel Warlock is in a very tough spot in this matchup, just because Defile is really their premier clear early, and it just lines up so poorly into everything that Painlock wants to do. And I like this line here, just putting on all the pressure.
Yep.
When that Forge of Wills comes down, and that's DSSC push 7.
You do the 3-2? Well, I guess it doesn't really matter. Only 1 mana, so. Or 1
Yeah.
1 health.
Oh, interesting. Choosing to really trade and save the Forge.
Big shout out to Wicked Good raiding us with a party 11. Welcome to the THL Friday Night Fights.
Greetings, priest players. Happy to have ya. All right. Trolley problem. More pressure. Now, the Geode is a really interesting play here just because this does line up poorly into Defile.
Mm-hmm.
And I feel like Neophyte Tap might have made a little more sense just to stop like the Dark Alley Pact, also make Defile bad. But it just is a little awkward now. And oh boy.
Okay, some packed. Dark Alley Pact. Gonna spit. I was trying to figure out how big it was going to be, 7 or 8.
Yeah, it's large and in charge.
Okay.
Aw, frack.
Fracking for a rook.
I feel like the Speaker Stompers the more useful at this stage, but
Yes.
those are not cards you really want to see.
And that is what's selected.
Another Blood Treant. Perfect. Just and that is not it. This is miserable.
What do I got to do here?
It is a clear though. But hey, we're just a giant away from greatness.
Yep.
Oh, Loken. It might be Loken for a Sargeras.
That's
about
right.
now.
Here's Loken at you. Oh, I didn't even get to see it. Targaryenly?
There it is. There it is.
Oop.
Hmm.
Eight 8 magic.
Yeah. So, is there a lethal here? Doesn't look like it.
The reverb doesn't do it. Oh. Yeah. Okay.
I mean, it handles it pretty nicely. Because that makes an 8/8 there with the Forge.
Yep.
That can bump the other. And then Defile will ironically just take care of that other one. Or just a little nudge from Mr. Loken.
Yep. Symphony of Sins. We're going to see another stylish play from DSSC. It can heal. Yes.
Yeah, I mean, the Pop Guard will bring him back up to 14 and clear off these minions. But this is looking pretty impossible.
Okay, that was going to be my question. Does the sludge identify the 1 mana giant or one What am I trying to say? That 8/8
So
giant.
it still treats it as 8 health,
Gotcha.
but 8 was the least on the board, so
Very true.
worked out.
Yep. It got there.
Indeed. So Jammies just has to decide pretty much, how he wants to get things done. Yeah, this is looking pretty over.
Yep. You do the Zilly, but I think you want to do wheel before you do Zilly, right? To shut off the.
It doesn't really matter.
At this point, no, you're right.
See, I think that saving that for twisting might have been like the true safe play, but it really all depends on how close this Reno is to online.
Yeah.
At least Jamie's brought a pretty similar lineup against me last week, and it seemed like this deck was not running the normal suite of duplicates, or maybe I was unlucky, but that Reno was online very quickly. So we do see a clear here. No clear, just gonna load it up, and
say this.
I think he miscounted there and thought he could get all 7 minions plus the Zilliax down, but a little unfortunate.
Okay, so game 4 starting soon. Jamie's up 2-1 over DSSC. For our priest friends, we get to see the priest for the first time tonight.
Well, those are the high win rate cards for the Death Knight. No complaints there. Mine Pa.
I love the card.
You want to see?
Yeah.
Really funny what one attack can do, right?
Yep. Two crushers. You wouldn't keep two crushers, right?
Yeah, I think those are probably tossed back, but Jammy's having the Threads of Despair in this matchup is really good. I think you keep down with the ship and Ma and Pa.
Mm-hmm. In the full mull. Yeah, okay. There's a card.
There it is.
Lumpy hand for jammies, though. A little slow.
Yep. Not much better over there on DSSC's side.
But overheal. Oh, and gets his twin brother to come out.
Yep. Winning the Rainbow Seamstress is so powerful.
Yep.
Man, I cry for poor Harvest Golem. We've come so far.
Collided death.
Yep. And
Draw some friends. Oh, there's.
yeah, and if you are the priest player, this is the opposite of how this matchup is supposed to go.
Yeah. I'm supposed to have the big board early.
Yeah. I mean, double ones into Drifter seems okay. Yeah, and
Zarmi. You and what Zarmi? Zarimi, sorry.
you know. Yeah, I like this drawing a card.
Hell
Hell yeah.
yeah. Right on
Pretty
cue.
good. But probably not the most important card to get down in this matchup.
No.
So Mon Pa has merit. We can also see the Seamstress to take out the Drifter.
I like the Ma and Pa myself, but
Yeah, so there's one thing here about this matchup that's actually kind of different, and I'm curious to see if DSSC will go for this. But I think that the correct thing to do here is to ignore Mon Pa and
Just
kill
go.
this Acolyte, then go face.
Mhm.
So that seems really weird, but you would rather that Jamie spend 5 corpses for 5 health than have those corpses for plays like Army of the Dead and other things that could actually swing the board back in his favor. So, really weird situation, but we'll see how he takes it.
Okay.
I mean, the trade here seems like very logical.
Gotta go fast.
But saving it for next turn, maybe? Alright, I like this. Oh, nope. Removing the Mon Pa. Hugely disagree.
Overheal, get some cards.
Okay. And now DSSC is going to cry. This is a full clear.
Oh, with the
With
poison,
the
the Grime Walker, and yeah.
no,
Oh.
just Rainbow Seamstress Threads clears this.
Okay.
Threads is not an okay Hearthstone card, Saku. I just want you to know that.
Oh, I see Threads now. I didn't see it get in Jamie's hand. My bad. So.
Oh yeah.
I've seen spatterings in our chat, THL chat about Threads. So.
Oh no, I'm not going to do it that way. Does this way clear though? I don't think it does. No, it clears. This works. Sure. This will also do the trick. No,
Quartz.
no. The Staff of the Primus. Unlucky. Eat your heart out, Defile. Oh, yeah. See, we're not going to get it. Needed to be the other way.
Mm.
All right. So notably, that Ziliax still has the debuff.
Okay.
Could matter. Still pretty far from Zarimi.
Seamstress coming down.
Yeah.
It's Jamie's first inkling, anyway. Okay. Must have heard us talking about it.
Sure. Yep. Takes out the Ziliax and just like that.
Remy's still not online. Oh.
Yep. Well, speaking of not online, segue. All right.
Perfect segue.
But I think
at that.
it's Amanthulin time.
We're fools for Amantuls. You're gone, and you're gone.
Yeah, that's a tough play.
Yep.
I think like copying the Chill Fallen Baron might actually have been a bit better in that situation to eke out that extra card draw. But hard to say. Really, really difficult. And these are not good.
I was just gonna say, DSSC is not getting the luck for draw, but
Take the Spider Tank and hope.
hey,
Oh, that's not playable this turn though.
it's not yellow.
Oh, wait a minute. Left the Amanthul up. Hold on a moment. I think Jammies might. That seems like a bit of a miscue.
Okay.
Is there a punish though? That's a good 6. Those are some good legendaries.
Yep. Except for that one. That one wasn't their previous choice wasn't a good one, but
Dreamboat. Right.
and we got Army of the Dead to take care of each and every one of them. Looks like Jamie likes order, so he's doing it from left to right as our viewers see it. Or was.
Yep. Very, very logical. Very clear.
Concise movements. Taunt first.
Leroy. Okay. So now here's a question I have for you.
Okay.
Logically speaking, should Leroy not? Does Leroy increment Sarimi? It should, right? Come on.
With dragons, yeah. I mean, you're putting 2
They're
dragons.
whelps. Whelps are dragons. So does Leroy summon 2 for Zarimi, or do they have to be on your side?
Doesn't specify, but we're going to test for prosperity. There you go. And that's just adding insult to injury there with regards to.
Hey, he brought his staff.
What's up, Primus?
So now we just get to see if how lucky one person can be. 2 tries to steal the Primus. Or, well, 1 try if you do it that way. That's boring. Boo.
Well, Dankus Dad is not a fan of that. Cheating.
Not really. I mean, well, here's the thing. How is now that I can't take it with Reska? Soul Stealer. Okay. Oh no, never mind. Folks, there's a gamer over there on the other side. That is cheating. That is unfair.
That is Priest. Still thinking about it, but yeah. You just pick the middle one. That's all you got to do.
Yeah, you can't really jam this Reska. Just gonna sacrifice the Primus here.
And if you're Death Knight, seeing a priest at 37 is kind of disgusting in itself, but yeah.
Yeah, I mean, I'm just struggling to see where the priest finds their late game in this situation. Admittedly, this looks so hopeless.
Still no dragons. Zarimi's 2 left. No dragons in hand.
And I think if you are in DSSC's shoes, you really want to clear this up with Soul Stealer, but you know that necrotic explosion is coming.
Yeah. The lead up to it. What's necrotic at right now?
10 damage, 4-2-5. So I don't think we'll see it. I think we'll probably see Ziliax.
Continued noggin knockers.
Reska?
Get bumped to 3-1 and you don't care?
Maybe.
You hope for the 6-5 bubble, but certainly don't want to get the 3-1.
That you do not. Unlucky.
Okay. Here we go.
Such a miserable hand on the priest side.
Yeah. I was just thinking, it's like, you're on turn 10, and usually you're not on turn 10 with the priest deck, Zerami priest deck. But here we are.
And I think protecting the shield on the Ziliax is pretty important.
Yeah. Another big board to take care of some business.
Yeah. And juice the explosion a little more. The souls are 4/7s now. And there's 5 of them. Eager
And
Stomper.
no.
Nope.
One more whelp. Whelp.
I think that'll do it. That'll be that'll put the game pretty squarely to jammies now.
Yeah, those poisons weren't on the board at the time. It'd be an automatic to go throw these drifters on, but they're just
Yeah, but
dying.
even still, both drifters just are it's lethal.
Yeah.
Is there some sort of out we're not seeing? No, and oh, insult to injury.
Yeah. Nice drifter, dude.
Yeah.
I'm gonna take
Imagine this. We have a Hearthstone stream that's gonna be on schedule. That's
that is also
not right. Unnatural.
So there you have it. Jammies with a win to bring E.T. Cthulhu back back with some points. So see if Jammies is available to chit chat before we move on to the third and final match with Eternal and Force of Will, representing the same teams.
Yes, indeed.
Waiting for a response. to do it through Discord since maybe there's a delay. Oh, there we go. Jamie says, yeah. Hey, what's up, Jamies?
Oh, hello. Congratulations.
Thanks.
Mm.
You made
So,
it.
nicely done.
I don't know. I feel like I played kind of bad, but I'll take the W.
I mean, it's tough. I mean, especially when Nature Shaman comes out swinging game
Oh.
one. It definitely is tough to sort of dig in and get the mental fortitude back.
Yeah, that first game I was like, there's literally nothing I could have done this whole game. And you're right. That feels really bad.
Yeah, and to be fair, it was really, really well played on the other side, and I think you did do all the right things to slow him down. Just you can't beat that hand with that deck.
Right.
But
Right.
but with the rest of your decks though, things were looking like they were going pretty well. Were there, with Demon Hunter gone now and Painlock on the rise, is there anything that made you kind of stick to Wheel? Just comfort or some other insight?
Yeah, to be honest, I didn't really have that much time to practice this week, and I was looking at some of the pain locks, and I didn't feel like it would hold up, and I figured between Warrior and Wheel Warlock, I felt comfortable enough into that matchup and got lucky there, to be honest.
Hey, I mean, once again, I think it went pretty well on your end, but sometimes it's a lot easier when Zarimi is not turned on in a 12 turn game.
Right.
That is not something you see every day.
No.
It made up for that nuts shaman hand, I guess.
Yeah. Well, gotta ask though. Your team is getting on the board now with that win. So now that it's even series, right? I think we're tied up now at 5-5. Who you got for the next match? We've got your teammate Eternal coming up against Force of Will.
Yeah, I got a lot of faith in Eternal, to be honest. I'm not sure how I feel about Hunter right now, but they both have Hunter, so I guess it evens out.
Yeah, I mean, honestly, I think it's second to Painlock and getting on the board, and if you want to play some aggro, it's pretty good.
Yeah, that's your choice, I guess. Yeah.
Yeah.
Not really an aggro player myself. That might be why I gravitate towards these decks and why I'm actually I was kind of bored by the meta at first, but it's growing on me for sure.
Yeah. And now you're 3-0. Maybe it's because you're good. Maybe it's because you're beating up on bum opponents who don't know what they're doing. You think you're gonna go 7-0? Lemur said he was gonna go 5-2. He was gonna run the table the rest of the season. Do you? So you're saying no? No way?
No way. If I call that right now, I'm about to go 0-4 the rest of the season.
But Jammies, dude, you always come in with the hot takes. Past,
I know that was young man jammies. Like old man jammies got responsibilities now. These jammies are worn and tattered.
Hey. I don't believe that for one second, but still.
Well, as one of those bum opponents, I'm telling you got to go 7-0 so that I don't look bad. Come on, man. You got to beat everybody.
I'll do my best, Dang. I don't know if I can, I am having fun, so that's the good side. It's just less time to play, so I gotta make sure that I spend my time wisely grinding these ladder ranks and everything.
Absolutely.
There you go.
Well, congrats again, and thanks for coming on, though. It was a pleasure. Another great match.
Yeah, thanks for asking me, guys. I haven't been on stream in a while, so if you're looking for more misplays and things to talk about, you're more than welcome to ask again.
You're going to be our conversation piece next match, guaranteed.
All right, cool.
Thanks, Jammies. You have a great night, bud.
Yeah, have a good night, guys.
You too.
All right, bye.
All right. So
here we go. Final match of the night.
Well, I don't know if you want to sing or if I want to sing the final countdown.
We demand to be taken
That's
seriously.
that's right. That's right.
All
So,
right.
out of these two players, what do you think got banned? I have the bans in.
All right. Eternal. I'm going to guess that Eternal banned Warlock, and I'm going to guess that Force of Will banned also Warlock.
Okay. No.
What?
Yeah.
Crazy.
They-
Shucks. What do we got, Sasha? Tell us.
It's going to cost you. It's called the Game of Delete Priest. So, it's a double priest ban.
Man.
So,
You know, people say, oh, Priest is aggro now. Oh. Well, take an extra turn is probably the most upsetting thing possible to see on the other side of the board. So Priest is still on brand in my book. Nothing's changed. Makes sense that they don't like it.
any notations you think out of this matchup? Again, this being Conquest again, just
Yeah. So with both Priests gone, I think that the real X factor is going to be the Rogue over on Eternal side. Like I know in the 5 seed, like these sort of ranks, the Virus Rogue tends to be more common, but you never know. If we do have the Gaslight Gatekeeper sort of Cycle Miracle Rogue, or maybe some Excavate, could definitely sort of poke a hole in what Hunter and Death Knight are trying to do on Force of Will's side. So, yeah, like I think that if that Rogue deck is up to task, things look good for Eternal, but if not, Force of Will is going to be putting that first W in the win column.
there you go. All right, so both are preparing to battle a friend. Just let the players know that they can start their match. Now we're just waiting for eyeballs. Predictors of what they're going to romp out first with. What classes for Eternal and what classes for Force of Will.
Since this is closed list conquest and we have some first time viewers and chatters here, I want to remind you that the correct thing to do is go to random.com, roll 1 through 3, and go with that. Anything else, you're hurting yourself. That being said, if Force of Will and Eternal do not want to do that, I think that we're going to see a Hunter mirror to start it off. That's going to be my prediction.
Okay. I would have predicted if I didn't click the eyeballs so quickly. So we got Force of Will coming out with Hunter and Eternal coming out with Warlock.
Oh, wow. How upsetting. So,
They
the
didn't
Hunter
listen.
Guru himself was telling me that this matchup is actually very good for Hunter because the Hunter can just simply burn the Warlock down when they get low to put Mountain Giants out there. Now, I don't know how true that is, but it does make sense, right? If there are no taunts on the other side, if it's the Speaker Stomper version without Argus, the Hunter can just get in there with kill commands and board chip. But looking now like it's going to be a hot start for Eternal over on the other side.
All right. And it looks like my top player is Eternal's hand is not shown on screen yet, so I'm going to fix that right away.
Yep.
Eternal's got a fast start, though.
Yeah. And he's holding Imprisoned Horror, Trolley Problem, and now a Malefic Rook, it looks like. And this Furnace Fuel is going to get some more gas. But Force of Will has all the tokens, and the Sneaky Snake play, I think, is a little bit sneaky. Joke intended there. But it looks kind of weird playing that into Cult Neophyte. But with all those Jormungars in hand, being able to buff them up and just take trades is kind of nicer than it might seem. So yeah, Observer of Myths comes down and Jormungar comes out. And then those 2 3/2s are coming off the board. Yeah, thank you, sir. I'll have another. And oh boy, boom boom.
There's a song
Yeah.
somewhere in there.
Yeah. So Spirit Bomb here is really sick to get both those 5/5s out. I think Eternal has just won the game. This is really something. Yep. Boom. And then Trolley Problem comes out too. Wow. Really tough day to be a Hunter fan.
Ron, I know you're probably broadcasting right now.
Yeah, I know that, nominally speaking, we're supposed to tell you guys to stay here and watch the stream, but pop over to Ron's stream right now. I bet he's physically wincing and doesn't know why.
Yep. He's got a sixth sense that something's wrong in the Hunterverse. So Patchwork seems.
Pals.
Gonna throw Misha up.
Mm.
Yep.
Mm.
Poor
Yeah,
Misha.
unfortunately, though, Misha is not going to accomplish a whole lot. Oh, Neophyte, though. That card accomplishes a whole lot.
And the Rook. Let them Rook.
So Eternal's going to say, F it, we ball. He doesn't have 9. Or, no, the more responsible Cult Neophyte. Wow.
Oh my.
Now we're going to see something horrible. We're going to see Huffer hit a minion.
What?
Have you ever seen that before?
Nope. This is going to
I've
be
been playing this game.
an anomaly for me.
I've been playing this game for 10 years. I have never seen that.
The Huffer breed itself just generally goes face.
Exclusively.
Force of Will taking a quick minute to figure out if that's the correct play, but you are looking at 100 million damage coming back the other way.
Yeah, and I think Puffer plus Barrel of Monkeys is the only way to stay alive.
Mm-hmm. And
nah. We'll just accept fate.
so we got what? Yep. 2.
Yeah, I really thought they'd both ban Warlock. Huh. Anyway.
That was a big nope. But here we are. So Eternal, 1 game up so far on Force of Will.
Yeah, indeed. So Warlock is through now, but still have those other decks. I wanna see some Rogue, but I don't know. I wish.
I think Eternal's going to save Rogue for last. Or, unless he's feeling confident, we'll say. Just grip it and rip it. What does he decide? He gripped it and ripped it. Let's go. Rogue. Versus Warlock.
Well, it looks like this could be any Rogue still. But Force of Will has the Sludge Lock.
And there's the Silly Dilly. What? You mean I can play Silly X on 3 now?
One thing that is tough here for Eternal is that if he plays this Gear Shift, he could put Ziliax back into his own deck. But it looks like nothing here is tough for Eternal.
No.
these are the correct cards at the correct time.
think the cheat code of left, right, A, B has worked.
Yes.
Oh, I forgot the up, down, sorry.
No, it's okay, Saku. It's been a while.
Yeah.
I don't think any of us were born before Contra. So,
Okay.
it's okay. It's okay.
It's K. It's K.
All right, and here's Ziliax. And those say stealth, so Ziliax gets to attack next turn too. Oh boy.
Hold on to your seats, folks. There's rogue in these here heels.
Mhm.
All right.
Furnace fuel doesn't really get much done there.
What does monstrous form do?
It gives 3/3 until the next turn. So yeah, we'll see Spider here, and then the Stealth Spark Bot. Oh boy.
You don't say. Can you be doubly poisonous or doubly stealthed?
Well, I think trying to save the stealth for next game, but we'll see.
So now we get a thick Ziliax on board that's just gonna be upsetting to look at.
Yeah, and to be fair, I think that Force of Will definitely approached this a little bit more reactively than they needed to. 'Cause in this kind of matchup, you just want to race. Like,
Yeah.
you say, I'm going to develop more than you. You need to trade with your Ziliax. You don't just get to knock me out. But, yeah, and I think Eternal missed setting up a lethal here. He's one off now, but had he done the spider then stealth, this would have been lethal this turn. Just sickening.
So this is where my
Yeah.
collapsible chair comes out as
Yeah.
a player.
Now, what's funny though is Force of Will still has outs,
Okay.
so game is not over. Symphony of Sins into Taunt, notably, will require Eternal to find his sap.
He has plenty of opportunity with the gear. Anyway, so Will be doing the symphony, is what you're saying? Yeah.
Yeah, Symphony for Taunt
And
always hits. So now Eternal is required to have sap to actually end the game. So I like drawing first with Dig, then trying to look next for sap with one of the gear shifts. Sap. Well, you know,
never lucky. It's gonna go.
and the death end. Yeah, it's fine.
It's like, hey, hi. Slight overkill.
Yeah, it's just a smidge. Okay. You know, we could have seen a slightly faster lethal on Eternal side, maybe a bit more minion spam from Will, but still, though, like both decks kind of going on their cylinders, and
Mhm.
Big Ziliax showing why it is the scourge of the platinum and diamond ranks.
All right.
Here we go. Are we gonna finish 3 matches in 2 hours? What is going on? Is this what happens when you make priest aggro? I don't like this.
This is what happens when you have a good crew of casters. Things just run smoothly and games just go to exactly as on time, you know. Well planned event. We'll say that. Okay. For those that may have just joined us, you see Eternal is up 2-0. Down to their Hunter.
Yeah, well, both players have the good Hunter card. RC Rampage is something else. That guy really is a lot of stats without asking very much of you.
Really cool Rampage. You can start filling in the acronym for RC.
Yeah.
And it's thrown back by force. Okay. And Eternal. You do Awakening first? Okay.
Interesting.
Would you have done Sneaky Snakes?
Yeah, I think I would tend to favor getting the minions out a little earlier.
Okay.
But RC Rampage is back.
Playing fetch.
And I think here is a little bit tough because Will sort of slow rolling with the Barrel of Monkeys just stops so much early damage and pressure that
Yeah.
I think Eternal will capitalize on. So definitely hurts his odds.
All right. Let's see what Will does. Double Sneaky Snake or... Okay. Eternal gonna use this coin here? Yeah, okay. Press the button and see what happens. Location button, I mean.
Yep.
Oh, in order. Nice.
Yeah, Jungle Gym was pretty good.
Double Rampage. Okay. So we're going to ask if Eternal's going to go do the saddle up portion of it, but I guess not. Oh, yes. Okay. Right. Forgot about the hit.
Yep. Nope. Nope. And a dog. Together. All right, we're going to get some big RCs here from Force of Will.
Yep.
This is why this card is good. All he had to do was just play Hearthstone, and that was a 4-mana 12/12. Just beautiful. You remember back in the day when we had the frickin' what was it, Hyena Alpha?
Yes.
That was a conditional 4-mana 7/7, and we were all like, "Oh!" And this is a 4-mana 6/6 with no condition. That's a 12/12 if you have a board. Just we have come so far, so far in 7 years.
Just to give you some what we got here.
I mean, probably is a lot like what Neil Armstrong felt like on the moon, just looking down and being like, wow, we weren't on the moon 7 years ago, and now we're on the moon. Oh, boy. Jungle Gym to snipe. Successful snipe.
Sniping is
Takes
good.
out one of the snakes. Like Eternal maybe could have used a bunch of bananas there to keep a bovine around, but still works out okay. But just says, nah, we go face.
Nice. See if I can kick some people in there in our THL chat, so please do not click those links.
I don't think any of us were right. Admittedly, in this spot, I think I would have really enjoyed seeing another RC Rampage come down, but still looking really good for Will here.
All right.
Leok could be massive.
Yep.
Oh, no Leok, though. Looks like we're just going to see another Jim.
Some gym flexing. Not going to take care of the 3. Interesting.
Yeah. There's a Leroy. No downside.
Oh,
Oh, slam it. Slam it. Slam it. Slam it. Don't think. Just do it.
you've invigorated some Dankestad. You got Huffer and Leroy, which is automatic face.
Oh, no. Look at this more responsible play to RC Rampage. Wow. Wow. Come on. Play it. Play it. Come on. Don't. Okay. Yeah. There we go. Like I said, 4 mana 12/12. It doesn't ask much.
Nope. Four to the face.
Yeah, and looks like we're gonna have a match on our hands.
Yep. Agreed.
Turns out the person who played RC Rampage more times has won the Hunter Mirror. Absolutely unimaginable.
Big thanks to Saku HFX for clearing out the 2. I don't know who
What
that
an
guy
out-
is.
What an outstanding gentleman.
All right. Is that good or a bad thing? Actually, it's a pretty good thing, isn't it? That card, Gattlesnake.
It is a 3-drop. That's one of the less mediocre things you can roll.
Okay.
It's not exciting. I'll say that. How about that?
Okay. I'm with that.
You're not like happy to see it, but you're not unhappy.
And it looks like lethal on the back end here for... Thanks to our super duper caster vision.
Yeah, we can see the board.
Yeah.
So
That was my hint. Yep.
yeah.
All right. Force of Will coming back. Get another win. So does Hunter have trouble getting through DK and Warlock? Especially Sledge Warlock at this. Or is it too fast?
So I think that the hunter probably should be able to get out ahead of the sludge, but it will all depend on how each player navigates those early turns. It's because, like in the 5 seed still, especially, like I don't think that the early games are necessarily perfected. And, whoever I think that finds the cleanest line and plays it closest to accurate, it's going to get there.
Gotcha. Just want to thank all the viewers for stopping by tonight and checking us out, checking out the THL stream. We don't have anything for Saturday, but we do have something for Sunday. So if you're interested in checking that out, it's going to start around 8 p.m. Eastern. We got 2 matches, so both are Pro Series. Game 4? Game 4. Yep.
And it looks like a strong start from Eternal. And well, to be determined on Force of Will. There's a good one drop there, but yeah, all right. This is looking pretty good now. Although Force of Will did win the most important flip of all, which is going first in an aggro matchup. So,
Yep.
you know, already a pretty big weight in their favor.
That's a pretty good card. Get started for a sludge.
Yep. Saddle up already. Oof. But yeah, Jungle James maybe take out this 2-1. Oh, saving it for this coin RC Rampage next turn.
Here we go. No discards.
Yep. All right. Here it comes. Now we can fire off all those.
See Rampage, play Rampage.
And, well, got to be careful on this map here for Ziliax. I think this is a little weird, but I think that the correct play is to bump the 3-1, play Ziliax, and then trade.
Yep.
Or is that not right? Does Ziliax cost more mana now? It costs more mana.
One. Yeah, it
doesn't
costs 1 mana, right. So that's the trouble right now.
Yeah. All right.
Just go hit the
Least-
3-1. Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. No, okay, it would have worked. Yeah. So if the Ziliax bumped the 3-3, played it, and then hit, it would have worked out, but would have traded down. This is, I think, the right line from Eternal. And now got some imps coming out, but that's a lot of damage coming back the other way.
Yep. Okay.
Oh boy, wow. That's amazing. And go with Patchwork Pals and then play. Oh, okay. Doing it this way. That's also pretty good.
Base is the place. And Symphony, if they draw the 6 damage to all, better hit face. Yeah, I was gonna say.
Yep.
Order.
I mean, why wouldn't they hit? Yeah, see?
Hey. So the Hearthstone rule is always pick the middle one, and it always comes up the cards you need.
All right, well, that Akramar guy is pretty good as well.
Mm-hmm.
But this is just barely off. Puts him at 1. Yeah, I think you just rip it, right?
I would agree.
Oh no, Misha, giving him some room to breathe. So, look for Popgar or just send the Chaos Creation. Tough call.
You don't
don't
heal
think
off
there's-
the chaos, right? No.
Well, you never know. Maybe there's is there a 6-drop with Lifesteal? Warlock players, you need to know this.
Okay.
Well, it looks like good old Mr. Huffer is gonna take this one home. Huffer Leok hero power is good enough.
Yep.
Wink, wink.
Oh. Different way to do it. Okay.
Wow! This isn't guaranteed. This is okay. I guess it's guaranteed. It's guaranteed. It's guaranteed.
Because you said that.
It was guaranteed.
Hearthstone
it was
decided.
6. It was 6. It's enough. I forgot it counted itself. I was like, whoa. But he had enough damage. It always was lethal.
All right, let's see if Eternal can jump on. So it gives me an opportunity to thank Dankestad, just starting to recover from a cold. So thank you for joining us, and sound like you're starting to lose your voice now.
It's a smidge, but hey, it was worth it.
I appreciate you.
And when I lose in voice, I gain in NyQuil.
Hey. What did Eternal say? That is a we. Let's see. Hey, Eternal! Congrats on the win
Hello.
tonight.
Thank you. I appreciate it.
Excuse me. But
Uh,
yeah,
well, I appreciate it. That went pretty like the games felt pretty lopsided. Honestly, it's like I kind of high rolled them up pretty badly with the first two games. Like, yeah, like this is such a polarizing meta. It's not even funny.
well, I mean, to be fair, I think there are things you guys both could have done a little differently, even still. But I mean, when you're playing something like that Ziliax rogue, you are just hoping that your opponent is a little slower than you and takes their stumble. And well, yeah, I think Force of Will, unfortunately for him, certainly did.
It's all right. He'll have his chance to redeem himself
Absolutely.
tomorrow.
So I asked this question before after our first match, but I'm gonna ask you too. We got, Battlegrounds Duos is here right now, and Battlegrounds patch means mini set around the corner.
Yeah.
Who are you hoping gets some love? Is there like an archetype that you're like, man, I hope they get something in the mini set?
I mean, I don't really know. I mean, I don't play about Battlegrounds, so I wouldn't really
Oh no,
like.
standard. We're
Oh, in
getting
standard.
yeah, mini set's gonna be in a few weeks. We're gonna get the spoilers soon. It's
Uh-huh.
almost here. So, like,
Yeah.
is there any archetype, that you want to see get some love? Maybe, kind of get a little
Mage,
rebound.
spell mage. I want
Spell
to see
mage.
spell mage get some buffs, honestly. Like Blizzard has been hyping that up. They have a really powerful spell, but unfortunately, like it feels like it's missing something that's push the deck forward. I'm hoping that it gets some buffs or some cool new stuff from the mini set that'll at least make it playable. Because right now you're just seeing Rainbow Mage,
Yeah.
and that's about it.
Yeah, it'd be interesting to see what they could add, but something maybe for those earlier turns. Because,
Yeah,
man,
like
cold storage is like or not cold storage, cold case is a card they miss so much.
Mm-hmm.
yeah, cold case is like the only thing that can give them any tempo. If maybe like you can make like some cards that will actually allow them to stay through the game, like and allow them to get to that late game turn 10, they cast their orb and then and go all Romnith on you, then that would be pretty good. Like maybe not top tier, but at least it'll get to a place where mage players feels like they have an option.
Oh yeah, totally. And
Same with Druid. I want Druid to get some buffs. I don't know which kind of Druid, but I want Druid to get some actual like significant buffs. I know Aviana got buffed a little bit, but like I'm looking at HS replay and all you really have is like Reno Druid and Dragon Druid that are like somewhat solved, but no one wants to play an old deck.
yeah. I mean, I feel like as long as Druid has to contend with a bunch of giants and imprisoned horrors or some
Yeah.
big demons early, they're gonna be in a tough spot. But like the things they do are independently like somewhat powerful, so I don't know. It
Mm-hmm.
might just be a matter of being a poor meta fit, but
Yeah.
we'll see.
But um, but like I said, like I'm not done yet. I still have to face him again tomorrow in Hero. So
Yeah, you got the whole
a
ringer.
double header.
Will it be the same
Yeah.
decks? Who knows? That'll be the mystery.
We'll see. We will see what happens if we end up bringing the same stuff.
Yeah.
Right.
Oh,
Well, congrats on the win
Right.
tonight. And any final words before we let you go for the evening?
Now I know how to actually win my games. Do not go to game 5.
you heard it here, folks. Just win before game 5 and you win. It always works.
Yep.
For some reason, I never clinch the win in the 5th game.
Too much thinking, eh?
Uh,
Nope. I said too much thinking.
maybe.
All right. Well, thanks
Yeah,
again
but
for being on stream, and we'll see if we can get a match there for Saturday. I just got to double check with Wild9 to see if he's available.
sure.
So stay tuned for that.
All right. Thank you.
Got it. Take care.
Have a good night.
All right, so that wraps it up for the evening. I want to thank everybody that was able to view all 3 matches tonight in a 2-hour and 15-minute session, which is really quick for 3 games, in my opinion. Sunday, I know for sure, is going to be bringing in some Pro Series heat from the Black Conference. We have McBanterface versus Catharsis. And then we have German Shep and Epicat. So those are going to be on the 8 p.m. and 9 p.m. Eastern. So that's going to have 2 casters with me with Jolt C and Hustle. So those are going to be
German.
I always like
Yeah,
seeing the
that's
Pro
gonna be-
Series ones.
Yeah, it's gonna be awesome. German Shep is back, but we got to get him back in the casting booth too.
Yes, very true. Yep. He was missed. So good to see them back in the THL and seeming to enjoy themselves. So that's good. Any final words from you, Dankastad? Or do we get to let your voice box rest and you get some NyQuil in you?
Thanks for watching. It was a ton of fun, and yeah, I'm out of here.
All right. So am I. So peace out, everybody. Have a great weekend. Be safe. Take care.